All right, man. So we got this Becky who's apparently going viral on social media, TikTok to be exact, for saying black man held the door for and let it slam into a black woman's face. So I ain't about to waste y'all time on the grind. Uh, let's get it. Let's see what she got to say. This is kind of the first time I'm listening to it too.
I have a question for some black men, because I know it's not all, so don't come for me saying she said all. I never said that, but I do have a question for some, specifically the black men who choose to date white women, because that is where I have seen it the most. But I was about to go into the store, right? There was a black man there. He was with a white woman. You could tell they were together. Okay. As I'm getting ready to come into the establishment, I'm right behind them. He holds the door for me. I said, thank you. He said, oh, you're very welcome. Okay. There was a black lady right behind me. He let that door go and slam in her face. And I looked and I even said to him, I said, oh, that was very rude. And he said, what happened? I held the door for you. I said, yes, you did. I said, but why did you let it slam in her face? And he just kind of smirked and walked off. I have noticed that a lot of black men that specifically date white women like to treat black women horribly. And I will never understand that shit. I do not give a damn who you choose to date. You can date whatever fucking race of people you want to date. I don't give a damn. But why must you treat black women so horribly when you choose to date outside of your race? And I have seen this more than once, so don't tell me that was just him, because it's not. I have witnessed it, that when a black man chooses to date another race, he chooses to treat black women like trash. And that's the most ignorant shit I have ever seen in my life. I will never understand that. You have a right. You can have your preference. You can date whoever the fuck you want to date. This is a free country. Nobody said that. You can love whoever you want to love, but why must you just treat black women horribly when you choose to do that? That is the most insane thought process I have ever heard of. And I'm going to tell you right now, if I was dating a black man that specifically treated black women horribly, that specifically just degraded black women, talked down on them, that would be an automatic deal breaker for me. Because why? Your mother is black. Your sisters, if you have them, are black. Your grandmother is black. Why would you do that? Just because you choose to date outside of your race never, ever, ever gives you the right to degrade black women. It's the most disgusting behavior I have ever seen, and I have seen it so many times, and I would love for someone to tell me why. Why do you do that? It's just sickening. Like, I just can't. I would say good day, but that just pissed me off, so whatever.
It's always Jermaine's fault. It's always Jermaine's fault. It's always Jermaine's fault. And at the end of the day, man, it could be a made up story. They be lying for TikTok, and I seen it happen so many. I don't see it happen. I've seen, and I live in a predominantly black city. I kind of see that starting to be a topic of things. I kind of see people, going to Detroit and saying, "Well, I haven't seen this many black people." Like, we don't really understand that, because we didn't really understand that other places didn't have black people like that. So when we kind of see people kind of talking, oh, it's so black here, and we like, what are you talking about? This is how most metropolitan cities are. So, but nonetheless, her whole situation is what it is. You know what I'm saying? We always under attack, whether it's Becky, Brad, Keisha. We always gonna be under attack. What we do, but I will say this: what's so funny about it today? I went to the gym, and black lady's walking off fast, older black lady, probably 60s, and she walking off fast. And like in my gym, they got these little bars you go through, and they got these bars you go through at the gym, kind of like a turnstile type of thing. And she let it shut right in my face. She ain't hold it, say excuse. You don't hear me on TikTok making a video about how all black women are bad because she shut the door in my face. And then about a few weeks ago, I talked about it, I think, on one of the videos of the Patreon. This white lady, at the gym, she held the door open for me. She waited for me to come in and held it open for me. So, like I said, it is what it is. I don't see brothers hold the door open for ladies. I remember this particular time at the Chinese place. This dude held the door open, and she had a stank attitude. He got mad. At the end of the day, maybe he didn't see old girl. You ever think about that? Maybe he didn't see him. All of a sudden he looked at you and smirked. Like, come on, that don't even sound like nothing that a man gonna do. But if he had an issue, it ain't your issue. You got the door held open for her. You black women don't need you to fight for them. They don't need you to fight for them. They don't need no help. They're strong and independent. Now, my rule of thumb, I don't really hold the door open for women no more, or people in general, old people and kids. That's just my rule of thumb, old people and kids. But sometimes I might just hold the door and be nice. And sometimes a woman smile back. One time they act like I'm trying to talk to them and I'm bothering them and stuff, and it ain't even like that. So I get it. I get it. I really do. But black women don't need you to fight for them, and it's probably not a real story. It's probably not a real story. But I say it is. That's just okay. It is what it is. He didn't commit a crime. Y'all be saying, well, y'all hate black women. A lot of dudes in interracial relationships, I don't think they hate black women. Some of them have horror stories, but I don't see them on the internet talking about, well, I got with Akeisha because Akeisha better. You hear guys in the red pill community, they kind of speak on why you shouldn't date black women and this, that, and I get that. I get y'all hearing that type of stuff, but I also see the side of things um where most of the brothers they get a Becky or they get a Maria, they don't say nothing about it. Even in your friends group, you don't ask them why. That's who you like. That's who you like. You don't. They don't speak bad. They might, I had one dude was like, yeah, it just seemed like, I'm kind of tired of black women, and it wasn't nothing derogatory, but I knew what he was going through with his baby mama. You know what I'm saying? Somehow I got caught up in the middle to try to be a mediator, so I understand him. Other women, it's just, he was talking about, they broke up. Another woman, she always asked for money, and all they want is, so it's just the same complaints you hear all the time. But I don't blame the brother for just not holding the door open for everybody. He shouldn't have held it open on you for you. If this story is even true, he shouldn't have held it open for you. But so be it. Black women don't need you to help. Why? I mean, what do black men got to do to stop getting attacked? Honestly, what do we got to do? We got to send somebody wig to the upper room. That's what we got to do. We mind our business. We don't bother nobody. Productive men. We mind our business. We don't go to each other. Hey, brother, why you date this white girl? We don't say that. We don't care. We don't care. So my whole thing about it is, it could be a made up story. It could be what it is. But I understand not holding the door. I didn't hold the door. I remember I held the door open for this girl. I say this all the time. Walking in the gym, I held the door open for the girl. She went all the way through the other door. Right? About a year later, about a few weeks ago. So I walked in the gym. There was another girl holding the door. She was coming out. I went through the other door the same way. She's like, oh, you ain't got to do that. I can hold the door open for you. And it's really bad out here, bro. It really is. Because every time it's like these women, like they got PSTD or something, or they flinch or whatever, you might, try to help them in their situation. You see them at the gas station trying to, change a tire. You need some. They act like you trying to do harm to them. You act like everybody treats us like we the enemy. Like we just going around, mass, sending everybody to the upper room. You should really understand like when people don't get to know you and have a conversation as a black man, people can never really understand the pressure. I remember me and my homies, and she was in high school. So we in Southfield, I think we were stopping at Home Depot or something like that. And it's like 08, 07, 08. And the white lady just locked her doors. Like we were criminals or something like that. So you got to understand, we are our prejudgment in most people's minds, we are criminals, we bad, we're evil people, we're not human. Y'all understand the pressure that put under us, and that's a small percentage of us, compared to other communities where they had those small percentages, but they believe in giving second chances. So a lot of times we have to work in the deficit as a black man out here to show people that we are human. We're not bad. We're not scammers. We're not evil. We're not murderers. We're not none of that type of stuff. And we got to make up in that. You talking about on a job for interviews, or if you freelance and doing business, we got to make up for that, bro. Like that's a lot of pressure every day when everybody got their finger on the trigger, literally and figuratively, when you walk by, when you doing a job. Like, Tupac said, we all, So, the upper, send yourself to the upper room where strapped. People don't understand the psychological damage that they're doing. And nor do I think they care about the psychological damage they doing to black men. The few black men that will hold the door open, will take his coat off and walk out and let you walk over a puddle. You need some help with your car. You stranded. The ones that will do it, they're not doing it no more. Because we getting attacked from everybody, and don't nobody have any sympathy. It's like us, we going to get jumped in, but the jumping in will never stop. They just rotating different foots and toes on top of us, and elbows is on top of us. So people really don't understand when you put this type of content out here. If it's true or fake, it doesn't do anything good. All black men like that, but perception wise, all black men are evil. We let the door slam in black women's face. We don't love black women. We don't love our mothers. Okay, cool. We get it. Leave us alone. So we don't hold the door open for you. Leave us alone. Like I said, the old lady let that shit shut in my face. I ain't say nothing. I ain't get on TikTok, make a video, or she's a bitter old woman. And no, she can have it. It's not that deep to me. I'm used to going places, and perceived as a criminal or perceived as a bad person. I'm used to it. I'm seen as, uneducated and not articulate and stuff of that nature. Then when they get to know me, it's like in the Planet of the Apes. Oh, you're a monkey that speaks. That's kind of what it's like. Oh, you're very smart. Like, I'm very smart for what? You know a lot. I mean, I know a lot for what? A human being? Or do I know not being a monkey or a nigga? And I get it and I feel it, bro. I understand the position we in. And as black men, I tell us we shouldn't be beefing on wax. If we have a beef with each other, we should talk to each other behind the scenes. And if it does settle, let's leave it behind the scenes. And if it's something that can be handled on site, let's handle it on site then. And let's get over with. But the constant attack that you get, like, people will never understand the amount of pressure. So when you see women want to fight for the rights, the same, black women want to fight for the same rights that we have. Like, go right ahead, take these boots and walk a mile in them. And as a woman, take these boots, knowing what a woman feel like, and walk a mile in them. You won't get the quarter of a mile. Y'all understand what we put up with? We produce under immense pressure. And all y'all do is pile it on. Everything is our fault. And it's cool. We can take that because that's the burden that God given us. We can be the fall guy like the movie and the original. We can be the fall, and that's fine. We've been the fall guy. We protected the image of black women for a long time. When they alienate us away from the kids, we don't speak bad about the woman to the kids. It's a lot of guys that went to jail for their woman before. It's a lot of guys that helped that woman start that business of them. She chewed them up and spit them out. I had a homie, he bought a chick a whole business. I'm going to keep it all anonymous. He bought her a business. When Pookie got out of jail, she took the business, divorced him, kicked him out the house, and came back to her Pookie. I'm telling y'all. So we used to it. So if our preferences are white women now, let us be, bro. Stop telling us we hate it or hate ourselves or we hate our mothers. And some of that may be true. It may be self-hate. It may be hate for the mothers, but let us cope with that. Let that be our cope. But everybody attacking us, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, we get it. We getting passports. We stand to ourselves. We not reproducing. We not bothering nobody. And it's still an issue. What else do y'all want? If it's to the point where y'all want to send us all to the upper room and create mass genocide, I'm pretty sure, a lot of, people that look like us will continue, will have that happen. Do it then. Let's get it over with. We ain't gonna go down without a fight, but you want to do mass genocide on black men? Do it. What's stopping you? They gonna use a lot of our own people against us. Do it. What Willie D say, man? Let's go this over with. It's going down tonight. Doom. My fan tricks on me. Let's do it then. We can't do shit. So like, I'm tired of this shit where we constantly under attack, bro. It's like, all right, bro, we get it. We done pulled back. We ain't having kids. We stepped up, tried to help the community with stepfatherism and shit. And it still ain't enough. So, like I said, man, let me know what y'all think. This video wasn't supposed to be this long. Hit the link in the description. Follow me on X. Well, no, just hit the link in the description. Join the Patreon. That's the best way you can help me out. Free for 7 days. Thumbs up the video. Share the video. Subscribe to the channel. Peace.